This is actually going to be really tricky. I'm not worried about Balladin's early game. If anything, Balladin's early game got even stronger. Short fuse or Emery? It's actually really hard. Both of these are really good options. It kind of sucks, but I feel like I am just going to take the short fuse. If you can do short fuse enhanced recom into Area 4, that is one of the best things you can do. It's very, very solid. An extra plant here is terrifying, but we got one bomb. So hopefully I can bounce onto this bomb. So I can clean up some of these bats. I don't want to be losing health here after all, but being able to get an extra plant in the first fight is kind of crazy. I'm honestly shocked that it's even a thing. I would have thought that when they were trying to rebalance Crucible, that would be one of the things they would prevent from happening, but it wasn't actually happening before, I'm pretty sure, so it's something that they've actually technically added in. Whether or not on purpose or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, I expect Balladin's early game to be just as strong, if not stronger than before. Their mid game against Resistance Knight is going to be tough. The Resistance Knight's changes, specifically for Balladin, are rough, very rough. I think this is just, yeah, this is focus right. But then Area 4. Area 4 is the big problem. Of all the classes, Balladin likes to play fair. Spimmet is probably the most No. No. Can we not have the extra plants, please? It's just brutal. I just need to hit my bombs immediately. I'm losing less health this way, but I probably am still actually going to lose health. But yeah, Balladin is pretty fair. Balladin's a pretty fair class. Spimmet is pretty unfair. And I expect to suffer for that. I'm going to have to try and build a very, very unfair comp, which is definitely very doable. Very, very doable, and because I have such a strong early game, it's easier to try and assemble that kind of thing. However, it is still going to be a little bit tricky. The good news is I will have a chance to collect gold. That's the good news. Will I be losing health? I don't know. I do have the shielding, which does help out a lot, doesn't it? Damage yet? No. Okay. But I am most certainly losing health. Having 2 extra plant fights already though, that is pretty wild. Now obviously I didn't lose health to the first one, but doesn't mean I'm not allowed to complain about it. If this was any other class, and especially any other class that didn't hit the bombs, especially if they didn't have short fuse, I would be in a significantly worse spot. 64 gold though, very impressive. So Bramble. Tangled, it's called Tangled now, I see. It also deals self damage. So here's the thing. At level 2 it has overflow. 4-7 decent damage, 5-9 decent damage, that's 10 stunning shielding. Very big deal. Balladin's fine with the self damage because you have the stunning shielding. Tangled onto specifically Painbow, that's what's called, yes. Is actually pretty interesting. There's a thought. There's definitely a thought. Cirque though, I actually think Cirque's busted, I'm gonna be real. I think Cirque's really good. And honestly, I kind of like the extra tempo for the elite fights. I actually think Cirque is very, very good. If I can get even just 2 boss passives that are multiple, that sounds decent. Now, is this the solution that I'm looking for Area 4? No, absolutely not. It is good, but if I don't find other combo stuff to go along with it, it's just completely useless. It's not going to be what I'm looking for. But nevertheless, it will be good until that point, so I do actually expect to get good value out of it. In particular, I want to be able to take these early elite fights and just not lose health. Very important after all. 10 damage should be only too easy. Regain a bit of bulwark. Like 5-1 is just such a good stat line for multi-ball, that's the thing. And you even gain 2 bulwark for shooting it. Shame about the sphere, eh? A big shame about the sphere. We would have appreciated getting some value out of it, but we did not. But yeah, that spin meta run was very impressive, wasn't it? Very, very nice. I honestly... I hate the Gambit so much. If that Cirque kills, that's great, because it's the best heal of my deck. If it doesn't kill, I take so much more damage than what I'd like to do, especially considering the fact that I spent 50 gold to try and take less damage. It looks like, as long as I hit a refresh, thank you, I'm just totally fine. Like, if I can mess up this Cirque is what it's called, shot, that'd be a massive shame, but I'm just going to try and play safe. Oh my god, that got way closer than I would have liked, but we got there in the end. Awesome stuff. I will just take this extra upgrade. I mean, look, if you want to do very unfair things, one of, if not the most unfair builds is just mass proccing. There are a few ways you can go about that. Refreshing Punch is one of them. It is definitely one of them. Oh my god, hold on. I totally forgot about this. Okay, sorry, not only is Cirque just an insane orb, it has 7 base damage at level 3. So the orbs that I like, which are of course the newly reworked Warp Hammer, and then Sword plus Balance, which by the way, amazing first shot there. The orbs that I like, all of them, are actually really, really good because they have good damage, so they can kill things that you're worried about, and they give you a good amount of starting shield, which really helps out in area 2. As it turns out, Cirque is 1 less Berserker, 1 less normal damage, sorry, so 2 less Bulwark. But you get the 2 Bulwark when you shoot it first of all, but it's also got multi-ball, so as long as you're not hitting a crit, which is very feasible on Balladin, as long as you're not hitting that crit, you're actually just in an amazing spot. This is really cool. Also, I do have Postal Service, which is a bit neat. Maybe I could use that... Actually, hold on. There's some passes I could get to make Postal Service actually matter. In particular, you know, like just being able to ping some of these guys. Targeting is incorrect again. Just sounds nice. Because otherwise they're just getting free hits. Oh wow, he didn't get that turn. But that was how that worked. Yeah, like that's just solid damage. Not bad. I really don't care if you get a crit here, to be honest. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, Postal Service. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Postal Service builds are so fun, but they're also so bad. Like, so bad. But it did very, very well there. Seriously impressed. Orbserver is insane. I should always pick up an Orbserver if I have synergy pieces for it. I currently do not have synergy pieces for it, so I shan't. But it is very solid, that's for sure. Remove an orb is great. I will remove a pebble. After all, if I get the anvil curse, is what I'm calling them, then I'll get a free removal on my terrible and my sphere, which is nice. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, sure. If this is the way you want to play it, I am absolutely fine with that. I am, as always, scared of Plants fights. Plants fights are terrifying. However, I'm only so scared because, like, I'm actually pretty confident with how strong we are. We're pretty damn strong. And you're down to 140 health. Hitting a crit is good for every single orb apart from the one that I actually like. I do need that refresh, so let's pop it right now. I was hoping I'll be able to get enough damage, and would you look at that? Beautiful. An elite fight, I barely lost any health, honestly, especially for a plants fight. I accept. I do like this. I turned down an ambidextrony, so immediately I just have to ask those questions about, am I really going to pick up an orb when I basically only care about it for the undrawn effect? I think the answer has to be no. Peglin pendant, bag of orange pegs. Peglin pendant, very cool. You can get a lot of extra damage off of this, especially if you have refresh combo, Philosopher's Stone. That's actually a lot of extra damage. But on Balladin, I can't turn down a bag of orange pegs. If I don't have access to good refreshes, a bag of orange pegs is amazing. And if I don't have access to good refreshes on Balladin, I'm in such a rough spot. But they didn't change this map. What was the map they changed? They talked about changing some very... Oh, actually, it was the earlier one. Yep. Okay. Initially, when I read that they'd changed an earlier map, made it easier to access some bombs on it, I thought that they talked about this one. They weren't talking about this one, unfortunately. At this stage, I just have to open up those pegs. I just can't keep doing the long shots for the bombs and not hitting. It just puts myself in such a bad spot. That being said, I do clown on Postal Service a lot. It is performing very impressively. I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. Man, Refreshing Punch is such a fun passive. I don't have any healing. You know, like that does scare me a lot. I don't have like Cookie, which would be nice. Although I suppose like Boil and Steak would be significantly better, wouldn't it? I was actually trying to delay out the fight a bit there. Just trying to get a tiny bit more gold. Always important after all. There is no chance I'm not spending 25 gold on this. Will it be more? Potentially. But I'm spending minimum 25 gold on that. Talk about minimum 25 gold. Let's just grab a tiny bit more gold, shall we? Getting up to 130 is actually a pretty big deal, I suppose. Because that way I can buy... Do you think shield comp into area 4... Oh, God. 99999 health. If they're taking basically 5,000 damage every time they try and hit me, they have multi-hit? Huh. Wait, there's a bubble as well? Oh, whoa. Bubble Shock Absorber. Wow, okay. So I wish I had, I mean, obviously I wish I had like infinity gold because I would happily buy out like pretty much everything here, including I guess also air gold, which honestly I wasn't even thinking about. I'm happy to just use AoE from other sources, I think. Slime, yeah, pretty much. Um, I actually do think this fiery furnace here is just very good value, but obviously there is just a fresh bandana and a naviflation here. Baseline that is just kind of insane. Naviflation from Infinity Gold sounds so good. Wait, what's 35 plus 40? Yeah. Hmm. Unfortunate. That is why I wanted that little bit of extra gold, and if I had navigation inflation before, it definitely would have. Look, this may seem interesting. I do think that I just take navigation inflation as the first choice. Fresh bandana is insane. No doubt in my mind about that. But I actually do kind of want Backmunch Pegs in this boss fight. And if I get Lethal later, then obviously fresh bandana. It's not really worth me spending 55 gold on right here when I could spend 35 right? And I feel like either 35 25 or 35 35 is best. In Fiery Furnace, if I can actually find Bullpeen Hammer, I can actually get Infinity Shielding. If I have Infinity Shielding, then maybe scaling matters more. I'll get max HP. I don't know. This is actually a very tough choice. Removal. I guess I shouldn't stick around too long. I do feel like I actually think this is the better play, which is really weird. It sucks to turn down Fresh Bandana so much, especially when I do think this is the better play though. Huh. I am of course losing value from Fresh Bandana, like boo-hoo, but in a perfect world, that just doesn't matter, right? In a perfect world, that doesn't matter. Opening up my builds to also accept other comps, of which there are now 2 comps that I can very easily try and force. Shield comp or this. Both of which can be halves of comps, by the way. I'm happy to play that as half of my build and have the other half dedicated to other stuff. That works. It's just really hard to tell if that was the correct play. Sorry, let's just slow down. I don't actually have that much bomb generation. All it takes is one person and suddenly these shock absorbers are insane. One sapper sack? That too. I throw just so many hits for the shock absorbers, I've just got to pick them up. It's like I said, Balladin tries to play very, very fair. If you want to play unfair, there are some really unfair shock absorber builds. Like, seriously unfair. That being said, if I want to get any value whatsoever out of my shock absorbers, hitting bombs is recommended. Just like that. Honestly, baseline 2-2, solid enough. I'll take it. Alright, I do want a damage multiplier for my Cirque, so let's make sure to get poppin' pegs, shall we? I'm actually going to leave that bomb active, it's a very easy bomb to hit. And I don't want to bounce out of that. I just need to get my bag of orange pegs on as much damage as possible before what is hopefully a solid shot. Oh wow, it's not even active yet? I guess because I'm not popping pegs yet. But hopefully this is pretty cool. I want to do a shot like this, the bounce should be... Yeah, look at that hit! Oh my god, my health is way lower than I thought. Well, not to worry. I'm sure I'll be able to finish you off in no time. Just maybe a tad closer than I would have liked, eh? Ooh. Might actually need to heal. Cirque again. I really don't hate it. I really don't. It's level 2 already. That's the main reason why I'm considering it. If it was level 1, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. But the fact that I can already have a level 3 and it's tanking me up and it's just really good. It might not be correct. I will not do that. I will... If I get Sappersack, I want it. If I get Sappersack, I also want that. Okay. And Viridian. I don't have Super Boot. PS Viridian, Heavy Hand. Baseline, just not the kind of passives I'm looking for. 50 gold for a skip does look tempting as well. I think Heavy Hand is just very good, right? It is just very good. Viridian... I just don't feel like doing a Viridian game. I think it probably is the correct choice here, but I think this is just... And 50 regulations is also good. Rainbow, mini boss, 48 health, good shielding. I'll need to check my matchups again. Pebble or nothing. 3. Oh yeah, that's why removing pebbles is good. There's 2, because first of all there's the remove terrible one, but there's also the double pebbles. This is probably just too bad. Rainbow, can't press the skip option. Good single target damage. Still might just be Painbow. So it's Painbow or mini bossification. Let's just go through them. Shield Mage. Chef's kiss. Shield Mage would be beautiful. AoE fight. Yeah, it's fine. By AoE fight, I'm of course referring to 200, 600. Do I just die if I have to deal with the nasty fella? I think I might just die if I have to deal with the nasty fella. And then Resistance Knight, who somehow is not the nasty fella in this scenario. I also feel like I kind of just... I'd probably rock his world. Again, it really just comes down to bag of orange pegs for those two fights. I feel like I'm meant to take Painbow here, but I want to see if I get extremely punished for this. Because this is just way better for Painbow if I don't get punished. If I do get punished, well, yeah, I die if I get punished. But if I don't, then I'm just in a very solid spot. That is a cool shot, by the way. Very cool. It didn't get a crit. Oh, got a crit. Nice. I'm actually just going down very near the crit. I know, it sucks. I know. That was the dent shot. Oh man, that super sucks. I just needed the refresh so that I could actually hit pegs. A shame. Talk about a shame. Was that even the dent shot? That was so much damage. Oh wow, talk about so much damage. Don't even have enhanced actually. Usually if you've got this much of a good damage momentum to start off with, you'd expect to see an enhanced, because enhanced is very synonymous with getting the boss down to this much health, but then you kind of like damage on the rest of the map. Okay, this is kind of crazy. I thought I was going to struggle a lot more. It looks like I'm kind of just putting very big holes in him, really. Awesome. I do need to aim very close to the crit. Unfortunately, that is where most of the pegs are. And look at that, bag of orange peg. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Oh. Wow, that sucks. 92 is literally just 10 pegs. How does one hit 10 pegs? And the answer is something that looks a little bit like this. Oh my god, that was 10 pegs. Well, a good amount of gold. I lost some health for it, and that is perfectly acceptable. That is actually one of the easiest crit spots to not hit. Cool. That worked out shockingly well, didn't it? Let's get some bombs on the map. Read my shock absorber, get some AoE power on the field. Seems solid. Okay, so we've now dealt with our curse. That is pretty sick. Probably gets a crit. I'm tanking up. They lose revenge health there as well. Might not be healthy for me actually. I might have messed up big time. Or it might be amazing. I love Dents. Yeah, Dents is a very solid boss passive. It is not a bad choice for sure. Need Vigor. After all, I am tempted, but I mean, we just saw this. First time I checked the map, by the way, because I was way too worried about the extra mini boss. But first time I checked the map, this is pretty cool. Do want slightly more gold for this first door though, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. Okay, good. I actually did manage to get the 5 there. Awesome. Yeah. But this seed is actually really nice. Really wanted this tiny little bit of extra gold as well. Absolutely perfect. I don't really care if you hit a crit. That did not hit a crit. That is also going to get the bag of orange pegs, so that actually gets the kill. Awesome stuff. I can't navigation here, so I wouldn't mind reloading. Not sure if I'll get to that point though. Oh, since I have Refilibuster as well, right? Yep. Bag of orange pegs is nice, but yeah, Dents is a good boss passive. It's nice to see that the mid game is feeling pretty damn solid. Speaking of which, mid game feeling pretty damn solid. This orb Circe, probably Circe actually, is just kind of crazy. It's very cool now. Oh nice, we got some revenge damage. Oh right, I was popping shield, so I had 74 shielding. That is really awesome. Man, like imagine we get a shield mage. That'd be very cool indeed. So, I see. You're just feeling generous. Got it. Nice to know that we're friendly. There's a training tablet here. There's a round guard here. I don't actually know how I feel about round guard. Crazy thing to say. But, with Area 4, it's much easier to get decoy orb. Actually, I do. Actually, I don't. What do I care about it for? The answer is this guy right here. Yeah, that's a good reason. Oh, is that all my gold? Yes, that's all my gold. Which means I can't buy chess piece. I like chess piece a lot. Very, very cool. I like chess piece more than round guard. That is a bit too crazy of a statement when I'm staring down a crossbow. Yeah, especially with this kind of deck size. This is a perfect crossbow deck size. Because you probably will be able to tank the crossbow hit on the round guard. I really love chess piece. It's really, really good. It makes any boss passive that deals self-damage so good as well. In a circle. I am going to be realistic. Just gotta take that round guard and move along. That's fine. That's fine. Oh no, it's Shield Mage. Well, we don't have that insane of a fight into Shield Mage. It's actually not as good as I'm making it sound. But, especially since we've got Dense, I really hope that we don't lose health this fight. Actually, don't think that's going to happen because my Cirques is so delayed. Unfortunately, there's only so much I can do with delayed Circes. I'm probably going to keep calling them Cirques. Easier to say. How dare you? Yeah, no, I'm just not popping the shields. This is fine. This is fine. Yep, a lot more shielding there. The damage. I will accept hitting the crit, sure. That's how you want to play it. I just want the refresh. I did in fact take Ground Guard. I will give you the reload. Only to shoot my Shock Absorber. Awesome stuff. Do I get... No, I don't, but is it enough? Yes. Alright, I lost like 6 health or something. Perfectly acceptable. Where's Backpack? Yeah. Yeah. Good damage on my circuit. Oh, pretty cool. Pretty neat. Oh, plus 16 gold there. I get to 105. I was not expecting to get to 105. I do not like the look of this. 2-2. Can shoot a 2-2. 250. I don't think I get 250, but I want to believe. If I get a bomb. Oh my god, what was that? If I get a bomb, my damage does shoot up, but like, yeah. Yeah. Alright, hopefully this just takes care of them. My Bob-Ob's not upgraded, actually. I would enjoy having my Bob-Ob be upgraded. Like, it doesn't need to be, though, doesn't it? Oh, I haven't actually lost any health yet. Well, that's pleasant. Very, very pleasant, isn't it? Alright, 114 gold. Perfectly acceptable. I wasn't really expecting anything much more. I'm actually very fine taking Neo crit. I actually do have crit damage now. And combined with the Bag of Orange Pegs Bow, you know. Still just going to be perfectly acceptable. Okay. Nice thing about having ridiculous amounts of shield, so I do have good amounts of shield, it's definitely not ridiculous though, is navigation inflation. I can just, I basically have super boots. Wow, it's a really big shame to turn down super boots here. Wow. Okay. Balladin, as I say, Balladin has to play very, very fair. One of the best things for Balladin, specifically that is a Balladin thing to do, is the combo. And the combo is basically just added advantage, training Tabard, and then you try and boost up shields or Berserker or anything, right? And yep, those two passives, they're a pretty integral part of the run. Usually you will have, well, I mean, you need to have at least one of the two if you want to actually build towards the combo. But as we saw with one of my recent Balladin runs, I just didn't manage to get the added advantage, and thus I did not manage to beat Cruci Zero. But was this my first one? It was my second, wasn't it? I don't actually fully recall. We do not have multi-ball. Bob is so nice with multi-ball. I could get such guaranteed value if I shot it there with multi-ball, but I do not have multi-ball, so I'm afraid that we will just have to make do with this shot. Which, I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine. No complaints on my end. Now we do this, slow it down, grab that refresh, right there. Missed those bombs. I was hoping to hit those bombs on the bounce back, but if you look at that, I got enough damage, and I don't have enhanced yet. Really do want enhanced. 1 bomb, 2 bomb, magic. All the enemies simply choose to disappear through the powers of bombs and various levels of ping damage. Replacement Service has actually been doing very, very well. I'm very impressed with it, honestly. I need more health to work with. It's currently what I do need. Speaking of needing more health to work with, I also need more gold to work with. We can keep pressing that health button easily. Alright, honestly, I really am terrified for this crossbow fight. I was going to say this is a Mimic. I am rather terrified, but again, we are pretty strong right now. We are in a solid spot. Gotta dig this way though. I need to reach this refresh sooner rather than later. That being said, this is a pretty big hit. Oh, it didn't. Oh, well, okay. I really did think it was going to get the Bag of Orange Pegs multiplier. I mean, it was just a solid hit then, not a decent hit. This, however, is going to be insane. Oh my god, so close to that. Again with the no bag of... Alright, it really does take more pegs to hit than I expected for this map, doesn't it? I do want that recombobulator. Yeah, please give that to me. That should be enough, nevertheless. 240. Such good damage on a crit. Just sick. I do just need the constant boosts. Bob just to boost up my shock absorbers is worth it. Well, hello. Do I take one of... Oh, sorry, the best healing relic for this class? A very solid relic for just boosting all of your shots? Or do I take... this passive? I turned down Fresh Bandana. It still feels so bad to have turned it down. But now you're trying to make me turn it down again. I have no healing. Cookie, of course, is great healing. And if I have Peg Bag, Refreshing Punch. Oh man. Bombs healing. It's not... I do think that both of these are very real choices. They're very, very real. How many crossbow hits can I take? I just need to be able to take 2, honestly. I do think that, yeah, if I get lucky with Bag of Orange Pegs, that's nice, but honestly, I am actually kind of fine to just be burning my gold healing. Is something that I'm fine to do. That being said, I was intending to go through there, thank you. So 24 gold for a bit of health. I have an orb in my deck. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Should just be a good fight for us. I imagine that... Actually, you did hit a crit. That does worry me a lot. 20 shielding though. Ooh, yeah, more health than I would have liked to have lost. But... I don't lose health, right? They don't hit hard enough. Oh, they do hit hard enough. I really did not want to lose health here. Oh well. We will just be smashing our way through them in a reasonable time frame. It just wasn't as reasonable as I would have liked. Talk about reasonable. Are you ready for this shot? Nice. I would have loved to have shot many of the orbs that I added to my deck for purposes. Another Cersei. I imagine that I will continue to call that Cersei though. Yeah, perfectly acceptable. Of course, orb upgrades are... Just grab a tiny bit more gold. Works. Good for before I remove it from my deck. Alright, first shot. Not dense, that's fine. We'll shoot like this. Just away from that crit, getting pretty insane value. Kerblamo. Still takes so many hits. I will happily shoot towards a crit here. I really don't care. Awesome shock absorber value. Awesome shock absorber value. Actually, so stacked. There's a reason why I just had to add it to my deck. Thank you, thank you. Really wanted that. So much damage as well. Oh god, my deck. Where are my good orbs? They're all hiding. Actually, I do want to shoot the sphere here. Actually, I just want to shoot the sphere here. I was going to not, but like, I just can't not. All of my good orbs are just hiding. This used to be a good deck for getting a round guard value second, but at this stage, I might not even get round guard value at all. I just finish out the fight before that point, or get killed by... No, I can't get killed by the crossbow. But it's funny how that was actually almost a possibility to get killed by the crossbow. Well, 45, that wasn't even enough. Alright, well, Shock Absorber, can you hit those bombs down there? It's like kind of all I really want from you. No, you can't. Okay. Ooh, well, I don't get to shoot that. Okay, so you are going to go straight down. You did not go straight down. You didn't even get enough damage. Luckily, I didn't need you to get enough damage. I just wanted you to get enough damage. Crucial difference. Alright, slowing it down does nothing, unfortunately. I actually think shooting over towards the right is the safest bet. It's a momentum generating orb, thank you. And once more, that sucks so much. Oh god, well, I really did think this would be enough. You're joking. Oh, good first fight, good first fight. Wow, that was pretty good. Pretty good. I really don't think I should have lost there. I got a tad unlucky, and my deck setup was atrocious. One more shot on any of my good orbs there, and I think I'm just fine. But it is what it is. We did apparently lose. As I said, I really don't think we should have lost there. We got a bit unlucky at, I'd say, multiple points of the run. Having Molten Gold is nice. I do hope they fix that bug, though, because I really don't need to hear that before going into every single fight. Molten Gold immediately is sick. Absolutely sick. Refresher Course immediately is also sick. But I think I just wanted more. Oh? I just wanted molten gold more. Alright, so my game plan is simple. Pick up a Circe, upgrade to level 3, go triple elite, 1 store. Sounds fine if you ask me. Hopefully, thanks to the power of molten gold, I just have the gold for all of that nonsense. Really should be pretty feasible. But that is kind of a crazy seed. Kind of crazy. Great shot. Oh, great stuff. Wait. Yeah, no, I do think this orb is kind of just insane. Essential oil and like the baseline, any boss passive you pick up is just going to be insane if it has multiple. So then we add on the attribute that if you have Essential Oil or Mask of Joy, they become so much better. And those are already good Balladin passives to be picking up. 2 tankiness every time you shoot an orb with good damage and multi-ball. Like, I mean, maybe I'm overrating it. Maybe I am. I don't know, man. It just sounds insane. It really does. I'm just slapping that upgrade on. And I'm just going to do it again. Then I'm going to fight the elite fight and hopefully just lose like no health. It's a single target enemy who just gets shredded by my incredible Circe abilities. I'm just going to call it Circe. That works. But yeah, I don't know, that last one was pretty unfortunate. I feel like I made correct plays at most points. Popping corn over Big Bag, I mean look, maybe it was the correct play. The world in which it is the correct play is the world where I get an incredible lineup and the bag of orange pegs actually just would have deleted the boss way earlier. Which is definitely a world that exists, you know. That is the big part of why bag of orange pegs is just incredible a lot of the time, because it actually just works. Because that doesn't line up. You're just in a much worse position. Talk about being in a much worse position. This guy can go die already. Get out of my game. I'm sick of having you ping me. Sure, would I have lost less health if I'd pinged that blue guy? Potentially. Not potentially. Probably. But I was sick of him. Sick and tired of him, I tell ya. Could be 50. Yep, awesome. Just so good. Man, so if I'd picked up that Abrasion before, I think I also would have won. Abrasion would have been insane in the crossbow fight, but how was I to know that I was meant to find the whole shield combo? And as I said, picking up the Abrasion when you have only one piece of the combo is perfectly acceptable. When you have exactly 0, that's questionable. That's questionable. It was nice to see the revenge damage actually putting in work, which by the way, we got so screwed this fight. This is very unfortunate. Are you joking? Good fun. That refresh is not making me happy. We also didn't get the split there. I mean, how much more do you want to do? Like, thank you, at least that hit the refresh. Someone respects me around here, but that was very unfortunate. Significantly more health than I would have liked to have been losing this fight. Even still though, we are just going to be losing less health in this fight. But for adding a level 3 orb to my deck, I would usually be losing significantly less health. Usually the level 3 orbs that I add to my deck are very good for these kinds of situations, but it is what it is. I'm getting this kill here. Don't care. Simply, and I'm getting that bomb. There we go. Now, yeah, the door's over there. I'm afraid I've had enough of your tricks. No more, Mr. Plants, no more. Oh yeah, down to 43 health. It's Plants, what can you do? I got bad deck RNG. I was hoping that it wouldn't matter as much, but let's be honest. Look at my gold. I'm so stacked. Who cares? Okay, I care. Down to 37 health. Of course I care. But realistically, 112 gold is actually a lot to work with. You know, that is pretty cool. Power Glove, Primal Frost. Both are great. Both are really good. Really good. Definitely just going to take Primal Frost though. So many fights, it's just going to help out so much. Include. I didn't upgrade. Oh my god. I forgot to upgrade to level 3 before the. I'm actually going to dupe it though. I do think that is worth it, despite the fact that I will have to burn extra gold in it. It's just fine. So the last run I did was the Spimetta run. And that was great, because I got 3 Plants Fights Area 1. Except in the first Plants Fight, I got a Torn Sash. And Torn Sash just so happens to be like the best relic in the game. So that's why the 3 Plants Fights were fine in that run. I'm afraid that if you're going to give them to me in a normal run, I'm just gonna die. Simply. That is just how plants... I missed the bomb. That is just how plants works, I'm afraid. I'm just gonna die. So, man, this was cool. I got a very cool seed, and I would have loved to see it do things, but apparently it was just plants all the way. And plants all the way is just hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with. Like, did I manage to deal with it here? We will have to see. We will have to see. These were some pretty cool shots, weren't they? They were just pretty cool. On Sash here and then on proc navigation. Like, seriously, that's just what I need at this stage. Okay. Nice. Essential oil is insane here, but it's also just not good enough. We'll be taking more elites after all. Healing arrived. This could just be a Cirque run. If I get like constricting chains the Cirque just gets you out of the mid game, and end game. It's just area 4. You still just have to build a wing con into. But yeah, no, that is healing for me. And, like, healing is good. Make no mistake about that. I will buy the remove too, sure. And then 25 gold each fight onto the. Fine, that's not a misnavigation yet. Hello, hold on. That is real healing. Before I did have healing, but. Alright, you. Split. Split. How do you split? Oh my god, I actually did get. How sad. Very, very sad indeed. I did get the split, and that was very nice. Unfortunately, I also got the crit. Getting both the crit and the split is not healthy. Healthy at all. So, it did look nice momentarily, didn't it? I'm afraid these things do not last. We just got a random Minotaur. Random Minotaur is like one of the best at decoy. I'm still just dead, but I like actually crazy. Like I performed so much better here than I expected. Do I live? No, I don't. I don't have enough health for that. Plants, Minotaur. Like there are multiple area 1 bosses there where I just live. I guess that just wasn't it. I think the new World Run Sneak is very epic. Very epic indeed. Full cheese build here, by the way. Not quite full, but yeah. Generally you do reload at least once per fight. Getting a 10 heal each time is sick, absolutely sick. Honestly better than decoy orb. The chance to have... am I targeting? The chance to have healing is just so handy after all. Yeah, should have targeted elsewhere though, because that was the sphere shot. Alright, speaking of targeting elsewhere, my sole... Actually, I really wanted to hit that peg as well. My sole plan is to hit the bomb. Luckily, the Terrible actually can achieve that. There are some spots where the Terrible is cool. That is one of them. But I do believe that... Yeah. That I am now going to have to wait a bit. The news is I do have word on stake, so I can actually reload a second time. And you may think that reloading a second time would not be ideal. I counter with the point that I will be reloading a second time. Even if I tried not to reload a second time, I would still be reloading a second time. I'm afraid that Crucible 19 adding an extra enemy onto this fight is simply catastrophic. I've mentioned that once or twice at this point now. Crucible 19 is just a very, very interesting relic level though. Crucible level, that's for sure. It will make things very hard for you. You will not have a fun time. Which is not bad for a Crucible level, you know, that is what it's meant to do. It's just, it's very good at its job. Very, very good indeed. Instant restore when we have a store, which is... yeah. Like, the game heard that the elites were killing us, so it's just like, here, take no elites. I'm like, sure. Nice. It's just, on Balladin, I like to challenge myself. I like to take on those elites. And then I like to get absolutely pummeled into the ground when it turns out it's Plants Minotaur with... yeah, no, let's be fully honest. It was just bad RNG. I had good deck setups that could have happened to me there that could have saved me 20 plus health. 20 plus health is one more Minotaur hit. Would that have let me live? Probably not, but I did also misnavigate, let me just remind you. Like, if I didn't also misnavigate into that Minotaur fight, things would have been looking a whole lot better. That did not hit the coin, sure. Actually, it did. There we go. Last second, just popping that coin. Awesome. I love this orb a lot. It's very, very cool. Very cool orb. Very good. I will not be upgrading until after the store, where I get 2 upgrades before the boss. That's good enough for me. Currently, I'm on a path with 0 elites, so my ideals for tempo are just out the window. I just don't care. Don't need it, and I have 2 sources of healing on Balladin of all classes. Balladin usually caps out about 1 source of healing. Usually they don't get more than that. Apparently not this time, eh? Oh, premium first shot. Like, who cares that it didn't pop any bombs or get any kills? It allowed me to do that second shot. What more do I want? What more do I want? The answer is not the refresh. I do want gold though. That's a good point. I actually want a decent chunk of gold. So a shot that gives me plus 10 gold on this map. Thumbs up. Up indeed. It's like I'm doing the thumbs up, but oh, I'm fine to go either way. I just kind of wanted to fight for the guaranteed gold. Just to try and buy 3 things at the store, like 3 passives. That sounds pretty nice. Alright. It's fine. Yep, acceptable. I'm playing Balladin, so I do have the shielding. So we are still just in a fine spot. Oops. I really did think that was going to hit the refresh. The good news is, actually, hold on. This is a cool shot. Like, actually just better than any shot I would have taken. Nice. Sick. I shouldn't have technically discarded there. Or I just get the kill. It's a bad idea to get the kill though. Might as well just try and heal the 2 health, right? Did I heal the 2 health? No. But I might as well try. No, right? Like, there's just no. No. I am seriously considering the snowball there, just in case it wasn't clear. Snowball is actually pretty cool there. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah. On Balladin especially, it's just like, I can't believe in it. I really just can't. Nightcap. Very decent way to boost your max HP. Boosting your max HP is very decent. Well... Don't you dare. Oh. Oh, for a moment there, I was going to give you this off of the sling. Okay, as always, it's a massive shame. 2 passes there that I would have absolutely loved. But we got a very good one. See, like 84 gold for the store. Sure, I bought 1 orb, but like that's why I wanted to stack up on as much gold as possible. Oh, no navigation inflation available to me this run. And I can't buy both of these. I actually do think shield comp is very cool. Do need a lot of shielding for the final fight. Wow, I really did try and get a lot of gold this run, I'm just saying. Although, I must admit, thinking on it more, I had 3 chests. Right, 3 chests. Or at least I've had 3 chests at this point. Was it 3 chests beforehand? No, technically only 2. I don't count that one after all. Oh, so close. Alright, free removal, I accept. We will remove the pebble, as I believe that is the correct call, especially after passing this off the sling. Let's get this balance to level 3. 60 gold, of course. Now, the balance, the most important upgrade on it is just the level 1 to 2. It is just super, super important. Nevertheless, the level 3 is still just very decent damage upgrades. Gives me more shielding to work with. I really wish I'd hit a bomb, and it's just pretty good. Maybe not as useful in the specific boss fight that we're going to be fighting, but it's still fine. I fully intend to actually, reload a second time this fight. The new world on Seek is pretty epic, honestly. Actually, just pretty epic. I was going to say, you can get both bombs there, can't you? Yeah. Not quite, but honestly, pretty close. Oh my god, awesome bounce. Absolutely sick bounce there. Beautiful. Now let's just make sure to get to the second reload. It's fine. I have Cookie to regen me a bit after all. I'm greedy. My bombs give me so much more gold. What am I doing? Even still, aiming for the bombs was probably just a bit too greedy. Even for me. I just can't afford to lose too much health there after all. I retarget and then get this absolutely ridiculous shot. It's going to deal so much damage. Okay, I was trying to hype it up. Didn't really believe in it. But man, it delivered. The boss is at 500 health. Pretty sick, eh? Pretty sick. Yeah, let's just open up this bag, shall we? I'm afraid that my other plans are just simply not working. Refresh Shield. Honestly, Refresh Shield Dumbbell Cookie is what? Heal 11 per reload? Last time I checked, 11's a pretty big number. So yeah, I just like the discard button an awful lot right now, apparently. An awful lot. I will shoot the horrible here. I choose to shoot the horrible. So that I can do this. Yeah. Actually, that shot is way worse than I thought because there are just no pegs to hit. Oh, wow. It's actually insane though, it gives me so much. Oh my god, it gives me so much. And that got the kill, and this gets the bombs. I accept. So much more damage than I was ever expecting from that shot after all. Oh man, you're just done so, my friend. Oh, full health. New world unstake buff is so sick. It's really good, especially on some classes like, for example, why did I shoot that? Actually, I was meant to not shoot the terrible. Of course I shot that because I didn't want to shoot the terrible. Really misplay on my part. So I believe, yeah, they didn't buff that. It is a 913. 913 is pretty awesome. Until you look at Balladin and you see that it's an 810. And it's just like 1 more normal damage, 3 more crit damage, and 4 self damage. I guess that's actually not too bad. And of course the Warhammer now has good damage, 8-9, very decent. Very decent, honestly. Probably still just a solid orb into area 2, but I have the best of all of the options. Maybe not the best. New Circe is insane, but New Balance is also, well, it's not new, but it's good. It's very good. I have a lot of orbs in my deck, but it's still very tempting. It's very good. First mask is +4 starting shielding, that counts for something. Skip option is +50 gold, that also counts for something. Realistically, we just take that and move on. Rainbow Slime is not dying for us. No chests. Don't hate it. Does mean even if I get short fuse, I don't get it. Really don't hate it, but common relics are kind of sick for this class. This one is just bulwark, so it's just the scaling enemies or the enemies that hit really hard natively I'd have to worry about. I do feel like... Oh, I can't skip, right? Yep. The thing is, the boss passives have just conditioned me into accepting that the fourth option is there, and it's actually pretty good. But I'm afraid I don't get Area 4 if I press the skip option, I believe. And I'm trying to beat Area 4 here. I got very close, to be fair, very close. And I think that was my first run of the video, which was pretty sick, but Crossbow managed to best me, barely. I really was spamming the heal button for him as well, like, I did play that pretty well. A bulwark footwork terrifies me. Let's try it, shall we? It really terrifies me. I really don't think that there are some enemies that I should be giving that much bulwark, but I don't really feel like doing Painbow. We should have balance, who cares? We can just tug around him. What pathing do we want to take? Yeah, he does steal gold. I'm not crazy. Okay, I do care a lot, as it turns out. Alright. That probably doesn't hit him. And frankly, I just want to get as much damage done to him as soon as possible. Which, I'm gonna be honest. 1000 damage first shot. But when I said he wasn't dying... Oh my god, I just realized it. Oh, that hurt. When he dies, he doesn't give you gold back. He gives you back the gold that he stole. That is nasty. So, he's a net negative? I don't know, I'll have to kill him quickly to find out, I think. Because I did take quite a while to kill him last time. Sure. I mean, you're sitting there in front of me, so let's just take care of you. And I'll take care of the next guy, and then... Okay. Alright, so taking care of you. I'm fine to hit the crit, even though it gives me no damage, so I shouldn't have aimed there technically. And now we just don't get crits, right? As long as we don't get crits, we get kills. Am I... God. Apparently, that is not the case. I'm definitely far too much of a coward to shoot the speeder though. I'm just not doing that. Actually, I might tinker with it here, but I need a full board of pegs if I'm going to do it. Otherwise, just no dice. Please? Oh my. Man, it just is terrifying. You just don't hit a crit and you just know that your health is just disappearing. About just disappearing. Really appreciate if you wouldn't do it. And why exactly did I immediately aim at a crit there? Who knows? Good news is our healing is solid. I'm actually very pleased with our healing. It's very cool. And we do just have a very cool comp, don't we? Very good at just tanking things out. Was bulk the correct play? I don't know, we might be able to kill that Painbow way faster than I expected. That's a cool seed, I suppose. Triple elite area 2 elites though. But I believe, yeah, no, he's just sucking that gold away. No, you don't get to do that. The only person who gets to remove my gold is, me. When I buy things. A cool first shot. Did it matter? No. But was it cool? Yeah, mildly. Oh right, I thought I had Refreshing Punch. My bad, silly me. Should have known. Should have remembered what they took from me. I thought I had Refreshing Punch again. Silly me. Alright, well, he's already down a lot of health. Considering this is the early parts of the run, seems fine. It's perfectly acceptable. These guys don't really hit very hard. But I do want to finish them off sooner rather than later. But they really don't hit too hard, so I can kind of just chill for a bit, shoot good orbs like my Balance, which did not. Nice targeting, pal. Nice targeting. I was literally just thinking to myself, oh, Balance is so good here, just click and then Balance appeared on my deck, and I was just like, oh, nice, let's shoot it. And then I realized that I'd forgotten to click. Unfortunately, unfortunate. You know what is fortunate though? Oh yeah, baby. Man, my healing on Balladin is insane. And that's just a crazy thing to say. Like, on Balladin? Are you sure you didn't misspeak? That's sick, plus 10 gold, I'll take it. On Balladin, I'll take what I can get. Upgrade an orb. Sphere upgrade actually is kind of sick for some fights. Now I actually have a second orb in my deck, potentially. This is the fight that it's awesome on, but this is also just not a good fight for me. If I get a bad deck order. If I get a good deck order, it's just fine, but I didn't expect to be able to get a good deck order, and wow, no way did you just... Sure. Sure. I don't think I die here, but it's impressive just how bad that was. It really is impressive just how bad that was. Okay, I don't know how it flew over to the right hand side of the map there, I really don't. That is probably just GG. I'm not sure if I live, I really aren't. Like I said, if I just get one bad thing happening to me with this fight, it's just a horrible fight for me. And it happened, so it's a horrible, horrible fight for me apparently. I should not have died in that fight, straight up. I do not know what that Balance was playing at, but apparently it wanted me dead. I don't know what I did to it. I love Balance, I really do. I don't get to use it often enough, and apparently I should be using it less because it's going to backstab me like that. Literally just flew to the other side of the map. Like, sure. I can definitely shoot shots to guarantee that it's not going to fly to the other side of the map. More. But I was just kind of shooting a cool shot, and then it just so happened to do that. It sucks. I did think that I would struggle to get a Balladin Area 4 victory. And my runs, honestly, they really made me doubt that. They were actually looking really good. That being said though, hasn't been as clean as I would like, mopping things up. I've had very solid matches into Area 2 consistently. I do think Painbow was unfortunate. I don't think it's the best detriment to take. What the hell is going on here? Oh, okay. I don't have I do have a Swarp. This is 5 Circle, by the way. What is going on there? Because what it's trying to tell me... Super Boots, hello, how are you going? Okay. Take back what I said, that is better than like any passive. Didn't say anything, but I think we all know what I was saying. Yeah, having this is nice. Damage multiplier is sick. I would like to actually get to go where I wanted to go. That's why I initially actually didn't care about the Super Boots proc. I was just like, oh, I should just navigate, right? But then I decided to get a bit greedy, and I did misnavigate as a result of that. Fine though. I have a lot of gold. I still get to go to one less chest, and that's it. And trading a chest for a weighted chip is it's not worth it. It is ideal in every scenario. Although I guess technically... Redemption? I guess technically, depending on what that chest is, you know, like, maybe it's just an absolutely insane chest that I'm going to hate to have missed. Wow, you really tried, didn't you? That's the seed, by the way. Just if you wanted to check out the seed and check what that chest is yourself. But 9 times out of 10, it does feel like that weighted chip is just going to be better. Weighted chip when you have super boots is just basically just pure upside. If you're good with weighted chip, you can do some disgusting things. Especially with any multi-boot source. Like if I got offered the egg bag, what were the 3 options again? Egg bag, dupe station, and anything else? Option that I got offered earlier, like that dupe station is actually looking way better. You know what I mean though? By like that weighted chip is just so good. Like it really is. You might get a 0.5 times here, and that would suck. We didn't. We might get the 0.5 times here, and that would suck. We did. I aimed straight at it. I really did. I felt like I didn't really need the damage to get the kill. Maybe, apparently I did. Although, we did get 2 times damage. Awesome. I've lost basically no health. I've already found a bubble and a balance. And I'm not going to upgrade the balance again because I don't need to. Powder collector. Okay, so here's the funny thing. You want to know something absolutely hilarious? Which, by the way, I do not find it hilarious in the slightest tiny bit, because it's an insane passive and I have not seen it once. Recombobulator. I think it's one of the best passives in the... What is going on this run? What is going on this run? I can't even buy the collusion. I'm just going to trek over to that elite orb. Oh, my orb's actually good. Actually good. Hold on. I'm actually happy to ditch all of this. In my perfect bomb build, they don't exist. Or maybe collusion exists. What was I saying though? Recombobulator. It's an absolutely insane relic, which I think is going to be really good into Area 4. I have not seen it once since the new patch. I literally have not seen it once. Which is just crazy. I think it would be very nice to have. Personally, I would like it if it would appear once. It is just insane, straight up. The main reason why I'm happy to get rid of good relics in that store, because there were a lot of good relics, mind you, is just because it's reducing the pool. And, I mean, if I'm playing a bomb build, I think we know what common bomb relics I'm looking for, don't we? Like, sure, there are 2 in particular that are like, well, yeah, obviously I'm looking for them. Everyone's looking for them. But in... No, what? I don't pick this up, right? I've weighted chip. So say weighted chip, just like same. I will of course be doing upgrades now. A lot of orbs in my deck as well. Maybe my starting shielding is actually based off how many orbs I have in my deck. It's a funny thought. My navigation has been kind of crazy. I do you know what? I did turn down the Froggo amulet, which I do think sucks. But any extra max HP source I have to seriously consider. So I'm just happy to get that. Like, sure, I may not be getting max HP a lot of the times from it. What is this first shot, by the way? Insane. Like, I'm getting really bad navigation RNG, but like, my luck for that map today has been very good. Significantly better than normal, that's for sure. Normally, it's not so impressive. It really is not. Multi-ball? Awesome stuff. And my navigation is open. I'm buying another Bob-Bob. I do not care. I will set up for a bomb build. I will happily set up for a bomb build. Just please give me my recon this time. Bomb builds without recombobulator into Area 4 are just so much more painful than it needs to be. I will sacrifice... I will not sacrifice a roll. Okay, sure. I will go this way. 2 time slots? You know what I mean by if you're good at weighted chip? Like, arguably, am I good at weighted chip? I'm actually pretty good at weighted chip. It would be a disservice to call me bad at weighted chip. I feel like that's just a bit too rude to some people who are potentially worse, but just knowing how to pull off good shots like that is actually just a very big deal. Being able to shoot towards 2 time slot consistently and being able to find good ways to get damage towards those 2 time slots is very important. And man, the bubbles have not been it for this map. But like, who cares? I've got so much health to work with here. It's so pleasant, it really is. And then we get to finish up 47 gold. I do not have collusion, so I can't do 2 upgrades even if I got slightly more gold. I also don't have reduce, refuse, recycle. I keep thinking that I have reduce, but I do not. Bag of orange pegged again. I accept. One of the funny things about bag of orange pegs, oh my god, I have super boots, it's healing. I don't have shielding, turned that fight off, so I didn't get max HP, unfortunate. Let's get some bombs, shall we? Some bombs on the field. Now let's pop them with that very large horrible, because the horrible is... Jeff's kiss. The horrible is just perfect for popping bombs, it's just that large, simply. Marching in charge. Absolutely great to see. We do have 1 peg pop there, which does not slow our momentum. And pumpkin pie. I mean, what? Pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie would be nice. Super boots, though. Super boots has been very nice to see this run. Very nice to see indeed. Absolutely sick. Bang bang. Another Cersei. That'd be decent. Especially with Nightcap. Nightcap Cersei is also insane. That's part of the reason I like both Nightcap and Cersei so much. Actually just really nice to have orbs that are just good damage, which grant you bulwark when you shoot them, because it's exactly what Nightcap was asking for, and before it was just a bit harder to do. But now, that is definitely a very viable option. Very viable option, it's actually so good. As I said, player power level has definitely risen. quite a bit with Area 4. Especially if you know what you're doing. Free removal here is great. Absolutely acceptable. I might be fine to double the pebbles in my deck. That's only if I get bad options for the other two options though, because I do expect that most of the time I will just be fine with the options. And if I get like a 2-time slot here, like one-shotting the tree trunk, it's just amazing. Love it. Thank you, let's get you out of here. I was hoping for more. My Bulbups has definitely been a bit of a letdown, but I'm not buying them to be good right now. Nope, I expect them to be good later. Potentially to the point of being absolutely brokenly absurd later, because Multi-Ball is definitely something I plan on picking up for my boss passives, and I think we know how well Multi-Ball Bobble works out, eh? Like pretty well. Way to chip on this fight, interesting. Maybe I want to be trying to save my vines at good stages. It's definitely something I could try and play for. That's pretty decent. These vines are definitely rather unfortunate. I feel like it's kind of hard to pop multiple of them at once, and they just keep getting set up as stretches, and the wider they are, the worse. Really not good news. And usually when they get set up this poorly, you have some great shots you can pull off where you pop one and then it just chain reactions from there. But that hasn't exactly happened yet. And it just keeps blocking this one vine that I'm trying to get popped, and it's really annoying. I do need the refresh sooner rather than later as well, but I need it sooner rather than later. Simple as that. Alright, now time to see. This is the perfect timing for a shot like this, but I just don't think it's going to work, unfortunately. There's just too much stuff you need to do. Yep, a good shot, but it was the perfect timing, but then there was a minion there, so suddenly it became a very bad timing. Oh, interesting. For a strong associate... God. Can we please get this vine out of here any day now? For as strong as Cersei is, it does kind of get technically countered by the Betsy's Hedge. I am going a bit crazy here. Of course we get 0.5 times slots there, so... Ah, yikes. There we go, like... I've been waiting for that for a long time. Unfortunately I did not get 2 times value there, but it's possible. The boss's health is being drained. The minions are also being drained. As I said with my last run, you can just drain Betsy, that is a possible thing. Just most of the time you're draining Betsy, Betsy is draining you faster. It just so happens that I had a lot of tankiness, a lot of shielding, and a lot of really good things going into this fight, so I just did not die there, I refused to die. Just sick. But that was worse than it should have been. Wrath. Dangerous, scary, I'm all for it. Circle. Infection pegs. Mini boss from that act with no rewards. With Wrath. Yeah, bring it on. You think you can scratch me? I got Wrath. Wrath is just a pretty sick kit here. It's like, you see this fight? This is meant to be a scary fight. Oh, we missed the 2 times. Damn it. Oh, I don't feel as strong anymore. I missed the 2-time slot. What am I meant to do if I missed the 2-time slot? The answer is... Blammo! Like, look at that damage. Look at that starting shield. Wrath is just an incredible relic on... Please don't hit the crit. An incredible relic on... Oh! Snuck it right by. I mean, this is just amazing. Great greed. I do not get to navigate from this fight, so I don't get Super Boots heal, which does suck. I actually really wanted that. But like, Wrath is a very good Balladin relic. It's actually sick. My bombs deal so much damage now, so much. Bobble is going to be amazing, especially once I get more multiple for it, although that is obviously a bit of a painful prospect, isn't it? But look at my starting shielding. It's like, even if I'm losing the health lost, let's pull off a good shot, shall we? Even if I pull off an excellent shot and lose a whole bunch of health to the Wonder Squad Ross procs, I still just have so much starting shielding that how much health am I really losing? Because it's going to be a lot of procs, but I was hoping for more bombs. Thank you very much for that last second catch up. Double store? No, double elite. I'm not scared of a demon wall. You do not scare me. Yeah, level 2 rubble though, that is tempting, isn't it? Oh, beautiful heal there, beautiful heal. I do appreciate that. I do not like these guys. They hurt me a lot last run. It got me killed actually. It might have been fine if these guys didn't hurt me as much as they hurt me. So, I have revenge to claim. 2-time slots should make quick work of them too, hopefully. As long as I'm not hitting that crit. Or 0.5-time slot. They both suck. But I'm sure that, yes. Ooh. That was definitely scary for a moment there. I want to end this fight with shielding. How viable is that? Please tell me. The answer is, it's viable. You just have to shoot your Cirque next. Viable? Oh, that was more health than I wanted to lose. Oh, Dunzo. And I get my max health. Yeah, teehee. That's actually really good. Being able to get my max HP there. Mind. It's the tiniest bit of health. It's literally the tiniest bit. That looks good. I like the look of that. We press backspace because I absolutely do not want that Inferno up, and then we get that, which, thank you. It really did try and sling itself over to the left. I've got a very thin deck actually. It's sick. Shock Absorber. And yes, despite all that, Shock Absorber was still the number one thing I wanted to see. There are 4 passives I'd like here. Hold on, this is 30 gold? Maybe I am being drawn to the shield passives too much, but if I'm sitting here with Wonder Scholar Wrath, you can't tell me that going for a shield focused game plan to give me infinite bulk so that I can shoot infinity shots is not a good idea. Also just hard counter shield mage. I mean, that's got to count for something. And some fight. Yeah, no, I've convinced myself. Oh, it's not Refilibuster though. That's what it is. Got it. Also, Training Tablet is just ridiculous here. Hold on. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, it's Hassle Slime here, not Training Refilibuster. You think I need more AoE power? Well, yeah, you always need more AoE power, but I won't need it later, and that's the key point. Do not care. Oh no, my friend. Oh no. I will aim like this. I really do not want to get near that crit though, but I really want to be near those 2-time slots because, oh my. Not only was he hard count. Sick. That's pretty sick. Not only was he hard counter, but he was just dead. Sick. Oh, peace of mind. Hold on. Hold the phone. That's a nice thought. There's a peg back here. Right? I do have double damage. Double damage is pretty sick. But realistically, let's be honest. We're fighting intangible. Even if we do have double damage, how much is it really going to end up mattering? Do you think it is just peg bag there? Peace of mind is sick there. But I'm afraid that because I'm playing Area 4 Cruci 20, my ability to just look at a sick thing and take it and get away with it is severely hampered. Nice heal. So I kind of just got to play for power. Awesome. Shield Mage, easy win. Resistance Knight, I'm not scared of him. Obviously Demon Wall is perfectly fine. My AoE power's good. Give me my money. Okay, my AoE power is good. I wasn't lying. It's asking for a bit more than just good here, unfortunately. However, keep in mind, even if it is asking for good AoE power, which it is, it's asking for good AoE power, they're also sitting there just like, ah yes, we have shield bearers on our map. So I'm sitting here with 50 shielding, and I want to Scholar of Wrath doubling my bomb damage, so how much can they really do? Talk about how much can they really do. Shoot now so I'm missing the crit? No way. Oh man, it's so beautiful. Oh, the Cirque with the multipliers, oh my god. Oh, it's amazing. Wow, that is just sick. Absolutely sick. Ooh. Alright, nice. I actually am pretty scared about this run, to be clear. So being able to get fights like that is just so nice. Also, if I get one to Scholar of Wrath, Pumpkin Pie is kind of amazing. I do hate turning down the Wool Chicken, but look at my max HP, it's slowly rising. Nightcap is just solid for it. But I really do want Pumpkin Pie. It's, you... Very simply, you can't turn it down with weighted chip. That's just not how it works. You've just got to take it. Because, as you'll see, when we enter this lovely elite fight... Oh, the 0.5 time slot? You know what happens when I go in that? Nothing. I go up to the top of the map. For me to go into the 0.5 time slot now, oh, it's so beautiful. I have to go in that 4 times, which, mind you, very feasible. Definitely very doable. But, you know... Oh my god. Strange credulity, eh? Awesome, let's grab some bombs. Let us grab some bombs. Or maybe not. You know, that's fine. I didn't need my bombs anyway. Maybe it's just saving the bombs for the Shock Absorber, I suppose, or something, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, mate. Let's just get the kills now, eh? But yeah, Pumpkin Pie there, I just can't turn it down. It's just too good. It's just way too good. Good stuff. Let's just absolutely crunch these fools. And then move along. I've got healing. I'm still on full health. I've taken one to Scholar of Wrath and barely lost a single drop of health to it. That is just amazing as always to see. That copy is sick. It really is. How good is that copy into Area 4? With this deck, I'm actually not that interested in it. And maybe that's a bit too crazy to say. I'm still very interested in it. That's why I'm still sitting here. I don't think I care. Don't. Crossing my fingers. There are a lot of boss passives that are good for me to hit. A lot. Anything multi-ball, anything that removes the crit, anything that doubles my damage, of which there aren't actually any more, are there? Sapper Sack, and now leave the rest for later. I mean, just sounds nice, doesn't it? Also, technically that was a incorrect targeting there. I honestly don't think it really matters all too much because this Bob is just about to be very sick. Having said, at least I should be entering Area 4 on full health, Area 3 on full health. Because there are some maps which are, actually there are 2 maps which are really good at hitting pegs for. This is one of them, and we did actually get the other one as well. Do I have Pierce? No, that was a different run. Oh, that was the absolutely cursed second run. Yes, I remember. Very cursed. Kablamo. A lot of health loss, no max health gains as well. Definitely a bit rough. But I'm sure I'll get a chess piece, right? Do I have anything? Agreed. Okay, got it. I could try and aim for that 1 gold pig, but can't be bothered. Let's get you guys out of here. Just aim towards here because, oh my god. If only we got the paintbow for this run, eh? I'd be able to kill him so easy. But even if we did get the paintbow for this run, we just always choose mini bossification. As I said when I chose it, it's a really, really good one. Really, really good. Oh man, I got 2 bombs. That's pretty sick. You know what happens if I get 2 bombs? Damn. And I have shielding 10 with... I don't think so. Also 7 with circle, like... It really is just so sick, it really is. Doing this upgrade for the Sapper Sack that I'm going to inevitably find. Alright, let's try and grab some healing, shall we? Or maybe not, that's fine. I still got a decent enough amount of health. I'm hoping to enter the next area. Simple as, we'll just aim towards the pumpkin pie slot, or maybe not. I'm just hoping to enter the next area on full health. That shouldn't be too hard, but, you know, maybe it will be. Horrible, I just want doing basically nothing. Thanks, Horrible. I appreciate your work. Was that enhanced? No, that was Refreshing Punch. I was gonna say, I do not have enhanced, but that wasn't enhanced. Alright, sick. So, at this stage, my Shock Absorber is pretty well stacked. Now, let's be perfectly blunt. Did I need my Shock Absorber to be this stacked? Not really. Probably could have just dealt enough damage with like a Circuit, which is going into multiplier slots. But why not? You know, he's already on half health. Why not? Talk about already on half health. How about we just simplify things for him? I did shoot towards... Can I do it? We can talk about this. Stay away from him. Stay away. Ooh, that was tense. Bad. Good damage, good damage. There was the, oh my god, and I ended the fight on my Circuit, so look at that one insane bulwark. Oh, it's so perfect. Cersei plus, Nightcap, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. Alright, Sapper Sack. Hello. Am I going to take a lot of health loss? Yes, absolutely, I'm going to take so much health loss. But, is it kind of funny? Yes. They do so much damage. I could just take safety pegulations, which actually no, I'm just gonna take that. Orbis Nightmare Painbow. I just fine. Isn't the Painbow just dead on arrival? Second boss fest. By fighting another boss from this act. Oh, hold on. Another boss from this act is actually kind of painful. It's just Painbow. I want to see how much gold I get from him. How much gold has he had a chance to steal? Or is he melting the gold? That is also another option. Maybe if I get the kill on him super early, it'll be cool. I'm so far off, I'm just going to shoot this. 18k health, by the way, is kind of crazy. Also, they could bite to the enemies. They're all gone. Bye-bye. I won't miss them. Now, how quickly... Oh... Painbow's actually going to be very painful to start off with, though. Because I can't shoot this bobble, can I? Yeah, because I can't shoot that second bobble without hurting quite a bit. Actually, I really don't want these shots to do all too much. I'll get the kill on the second fight, I really don't care about delaying it one. I lied. I did not lie. I did not. Oh, I got it 2 times more. Awesome, and now we just end out the fight on shielding. That's all I cared about. Awesome. Although... Oh, Jesus. No escape. Wait, this is a Cruci 20 and I instantly killed the Painbow. At what cost? But I instantly killed the Painbow. That counts for something. I need chess piece. Desperately, oh my. You want chess piece? Did someone cool? So 1 elite. Alternatively... No, that doesn't work. Alternatively... Oh! What's better? What is this? No, it's this. 1 elite, 3 stores, no chests, versus 3 elites, 2 stores, 1 chest. Am I crazy for saying that the 3 stores is still just better? Yeah, the 3 stores is still just better. If we're looking at common relics that I'm in the very much need, we've got 3 common relics, and it's about as simple as it gets, right? Shock Absorber first again. Yeah, so here's the thing. Our rigged bombs do just finish fights like immediately. It's pretty sick. If they don't finish fights immediately, that is when the questions must start being asked. Which I'm not looking forward to, but let's be honest, it is totally working out right now. That's all I need. Second one, thank you. Absolute freebies, Alfred. Well, depends on your definition of freebie, I suppose. Nice to have shielding though, very nice. Super Boots? Oh, I love Super Boots so much. It's so good on some maps. That is a map that it's good on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm afraid there is no option there. I simply cannot have my Shock Absorber removed from my deck. And as I mentioned before, I've actually got a very decent number of removals so far. Alright, so, did I find any of the passives I wanted? No. What I did find? Hello. That is beautiful. That is not quite as strong as the chess piece. Chess piece is amazing. But you know, that's pretty good indeed. Healing. In-fight healing, I don't actually have much. Not too late to change my mind, right? I don't really have the gold for 2 stores if I intend to do this. I think this is a pretty good thing to be doing, so I did it. Especially if I want to upgrade the Shock Absorber. We'll go to the elite and then we'll think about things, eh? But I don't know if that triple store option is just viable anymore. I really don't have that much health to work with. Oh, can we stop it with the Shock Absorber first? I don't think this works, by the way. This is a mirror orb. I don't know which one's a mirror, but one of them's a mirror orb. I don't think that I actually take 2 less damage from rigged bombs globally. God, that is not as high as I would like, eh? How much damage can you get? I do have Powder Collector, and there are 2 time slots there. And, can do some pretty cool things for this shot. Oh my. Oh. If you told me I was gonna one-shot that boss, I would not have believed you, on the slightest. I one-shot that boss. Well, he never stood a chance. And I did not lose health this fight. I did not lose health in Area 3 Elite. What? Incredible. Yeah, no, I just can't. I need the Shock Absorber upgrades as well. Refresh also trigger a crit or pocket watch. I wonder, what do we think? Yeah. Unfortunately, refresh also a crit is still a Balladin option that Balladin can get, so, yeah. I think that it would make a good story relic, that's what I think. Sure, Balladin does like critting. Sometimes. Oh, it's hit 1 rigged bomb and then profit. I do like the sound of that. It's also a random elite, which is pretty sick. It's also... These enemies just had their health boosted, so the question I have is by how much? And I'm pretty sure the answer is very simple. Not enough. Alright, you can end now. Oh, that hurt. Being Tabard, no added advantage. No need for abrasion. We just have a different game plan in mind. The game plan is killing ourselves. That's an essential word. Game plan is still killing ourselves, but that is an essential word. I was hoping for so much more value there. Please, you just added so many gold pegs to the map. Take back Everything I said, Operation, please come back to me. That's a shame. Alright, free removal? Absolutely, I will happily pay the health cost. At this stage, it is terrible removal. Yes, goodbye. Bye, terrible. Alright, sick. Let's stack up our gold. Can we stop with the instant shock absorbers? Okay, I take back what I said. It was extremely, extremely nice for the boss fight. Somehow, I did not expect that. But I feel like that was a 1k scenario, right? Not gonna happen again. 1-time scenario. A lot of bob-obs, by the way. I would personally prefer not to shoot them. And would you look at this horrible? It's allowing for it. The damage. Alright, that the circle gen is actually insane. Sorry, full gen from the circle is actually insane. Also essential oil for the circuit. If I get constricting chains, hold on a second. It's pretty legit. Alright, pretty sick stuff. Pretty sick stuff. I do still want some more health. I need to enter area 4 on full health. If I'm not, I'll be sad. And I don't want to be sad. I want to be very happy. I want to be extremely, extremely happy with this run. You know what? 121. Sure. Well, let's do it. Boom. Oh, man. That was pretty good damage. I think I had like an echo or something, right? Bye-bye, guys. I'm afraid that my root bombs are just pretty impressive. Pretty damn impressive. And I'm still gaining max HP. That is so pleasant, honestly. Yeah, it's good enough. My health has just been going up, which is very nice. I one-shot the paintball and then... Wow. Well. Very impressive. I do not need 2 more passives here. Really don't. Removal. Wow. That was very good. Again, I still don't have the common bomb relics that I'm looking for. But, like, the volleyball is very nice. I just found the chess piece as well, so I'm feeling so much safer. Especially since I have the combo now, with essential oil as well. Chess piece, essential oil is sick. Wow. That's neat. Decob is bugged, right? Doesn't actually work. My deck's large enough to the point where even if it is bugged, maybe it works on the second phase, so I should test that out. So specifically what I'm talking about there is... I felt that one shot for a second and I was just like, wow, that is so unsubtle. Let's just get you out of here, by the way. No need to stick around. Maybe I should have, but again, I just feel no need to stick around. Decent enough. Specifically, I reloaded while he was in the first phase, and the countdown still appeared on my screen. Now, I wasn't paying enough attention. Perhaps when the countdown still appeared on my screen, he still didn't count down for that turn. Maybe it was just the animation that played, but I could not tell. Did not actually try and pay attention to it because I just wasn't expecting that to happen whatsoever. Good first shot. I actually did expect you to get the kill, so I guess Shock Absorber's got to do that. Which is perfectly fine, because when I shoot a Shock Absorber, once I have the other Shock Absorber maxed, I actually won't lose any health loss from them. But I also have Chest Piece, and I'm entering Area 4 on full health, so that's sick. Nice to see that I actually got to Area 4, eh? I need that. Actually, I need both of these orbs maxed. Should. Amulet is insane. Sucks to turn down Amulet. But I'm fine with self-damage now. In fact, I actually love self-damage. If I get Cookie, obviously. That's... Yeah. I just have Refreshing Punch, you know? Like, it's cool. Wait, I'm blind. Oh. So when I said that Balladin needs to do very unfair things to win. Yeah. A little bit like this. By the way, when I was talking about 121, this is going to be my last run of the video. So we will see. I'm going to get to the final boss. No doubt in my mind about that. I'm pretty sure I'm just unkillable with Chess Piece Essential Oil, but honestly, shooting Bubble here, maybe not my best thought ever. Maybe not. But I'm pretty sure I don't lose actually any health at all. Pretty much. I should just be able to regen health later. And I'm gaining a circle each time that's happening, which is like fine, right? Yeah, very interesting, but maybe more than I should be losing. Please end any day now. Do not go on the pumpkin pie slot. Alright, I lost more health than I expected, that's for sure. More health. Is it still fine? Absolutely, it's still fine. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, wow, it's actually just totally fine. Yeah, and I'm still getting max HP, that is very, very nice to see. 64 gold. I can't get myself to enough gold to where I can buy a Shock Absorber Pumpkin Pie. Recombobulator is still insane enough to the point where I need to buy it. I think my health is just fine. I'm pretty sure it actually is still just fine. Do I care about the Shock Absorber upgrade actually? Don't know. I really don't have enough gold for this store, do I? Really would love to have some more. This is what I want to know. Wait, the store's next? Oh, I've just trolled so I can't buy anything. Including orbs. So I have 2 more upgrades that I'm going to do in my deck, and okay. So I can't do anything in the store because I did an upgrade there, but that's fine. I wasn't going to be able to buy passive anyway. The cost is increased. Refresh course would have been sick. It would have been pretty damn sick. So what? Knuckles? Recom? Universe is not an option. What other rare relics do we really want here? Max HP really could be the option, but I feel like it might not be. I don't know, it is just I don't have enhanced though. Recom's so much less interesting without enhanced. But it is still pretty interesting, right? Probably just don't shoot the Bob-Obs as well, right? I have enough damage procs. Surely the Refreshing Punch combo just pops the intangible peg. Oh, Mask of Joy. You're joking. I love it here. Pincer Maneuver, by the way. Pincer Maneuver. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that the intangible peg is dead. Mimic. Hold on. I needed this. Kill him. Luckily he's just so healthy. Nice. So I can buy a Story Relic now. I can buy an orb now. Can't buy a remove. Man, if I got a Philosopher's Stone heading into this area, I would be so stacked. That would have been sick. Maxed out Bob-Ob. Without recom is just suicide. 2 more upgrades. I just wanted to... Okay, I actually did get the Philosopher's Stone. The problem is the store, fight. Store, fight. Fortunately, oh god, the others don't matter though. Ignero's Pendant? I don't have access to Haglin's Hat on this class. Truth Scales is just useless. Look at that, my circle, right? Yeah, that Shock Absorber damage. Yeah, sure. Technically, there is a world where, do I have greed? Just double check. Navigation, Inflation, or Reduce, I can actually fulfill the requirements for 100 gold. Otherwise, no dice. No dice. However, there's just nothing. There's just nothing. 92. Wow, okay, no short or enhanced. Unlucky, sucks to suck. Fiery Furnace. Value. But I lose shielding when I shoot that as well, so the damage actually decreases as well. Yeah. Wow, no short or enhanced. Maybe it was in the stalls that I dodged. Maybe that was just the case. What am I trying to do for this fight? I just need to get gold and get the max HP and that's it. I should be properly set up. I'm definitely very worried for this Area 4 boss, but it's like, if I'm going to bring Balladin into the Area 4 boss, it's a deck that looks like this. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty sick. I'm obviously missing, as I said, not having Recom Short Fuse enhanced is rather sad. I would love to have them, but it's also just potentially just fine. Volleyball is very much working, by the way. The self-damage stuff has really gotten Balladin, so I'm not surprised to see it working. Like, it is just very good. Nice to see a lot of damage there, by the way. Not having enhanced is crazy, though. Doesn't stop me from still getting tons and tons of damage. So I need to focus on not shooting Balance whatsoever. Got it. They actually hit pretty hard as well, I noticed that. But it just doesn't matter, because if you're caring about how hard these guys hit, I have bad news for you, pal. You're probably not going to make it into the Area 4 boss fight, since that is very hard. And comparatively, these guys do not touch you. Was there an extra enemy in this fight? I swear the Berserker one's meant to be the last one. Ah, sorry, never mind. Black Hole guy's the last one. So how stacked are we looking, Mr. Bob-Orb? Volleyball, I mean. Shock Absorber? Oh, okay, wow. Impressive, eh? And we have shielding to end with. That last second Mask of Joy was pretty sick. Actually just giving me a lot of stats to work with. And like, sure, I still have a crit on the board, that sucks. But it's also just fine. Also, bye-bye. When drawn, gain 7 bulwark. Potentially 1 more circle. Potentially 5 more bulwark. Well, we can just subtract 5 from this. So when drawn, trigger training tabard. Now, as I said, shooting horrible, sphere, because sphere is still in my deck by the way, balance, and technically also Circe, is not ideal. I should not be doing that. Oh. 10 bulwark. Wait, I can't count. Let's try that again. 8 bulwark when I shoot this. You never heard any 10. It's actually pretty sick. I take back what I said about Circe. So I think Protect Orb is cool, but I'm also just not going to take it here. You know what would be sick? Imagine Mem is actually good into the final boss. That would be cool. That would be cool. Hero's Backpack, Knife's Edge. Wow. Fastest Hero's Backpack I've ever seen. We're basically on full health, it doesn't matter. Oh, we basically are on full health. Like, see what I mean? Imagine I got that Reflosser Stone earlier. Now, would it have particularly mattered for that store that I got? No. But it would have been nice. Right, I really need good bubble value immediately. I will shoot Bully Ball over Shock Absorber. And wow, this is very impressive stuff. Really pleased with this. It's so nice that I can actually just bring both self-damage boss passives into the Area 4 boss. And still, I did not shoot the Bully Ball by the way. And still be pretty happy with my build. Like, I'm actually just really happy with this. Being able to get the that stuff immediately, I will shoot Shock Absorber, yes. Being able to get the Bob-Orbs immediately on this map made me very happy, I must be honest. That is exactly what I was after. Go, Horrible, go! Don't worry, Horrible, I expect nothing from you. Yeah, you did pretty well. He's up to 19k as well, which is nice. When this leaves the pegboard. I'm not sure if leaving the pegboard counts as when you get sucked into the black hole. I'll just shoot that. Alright, so first phase is definitely not as explosive as it was last time. I had a pretty explosive first phase last time. But at least I have multiple entering this second phase. Which makes it easier to... Quite, not quite. 14? That's a big hit. Yeah, okay, that black hole thing needs to go. I really am trying to get at it, but unfortunately, I have no multiple boss relics actually. I haven't even turned down any. Like, sure, I did get the Leaf Thrust. Oh yes, Leaf Thrust later works just as well as I expected. These Soulfires need to go. Thank you. And you know what, while we're getting rid of the Soulfires, let's just get rid of a large chunk of your health too, right? Maybe not. I think I'd rather not shoot the Bob-Orbs yet. 96, 220. That checks out, but it does make me sad to shoot a Horrible. We got really lucky last run being able to get the Horrible removal event. Curse even. Alright, sick. That black hole is back. Kill it now. Burn it with fire. Not Soulfire though, preferably. Again, let's do that. Oh my god, I got that instant pop. That was basically just one of the black hole gone, but I suppose that works too. Let's get some self-damage dealt, because self-damage is amazing scaling for me. Oh yeah, this is a really good land build. I very clearly have not said that I think it's actually enough yet, because I actually don't think it's enough. I actually think that I still lose, despite it being a really good land build. Which is unfortunate. Again, I have not seen a single recombobulator once in Area 4. Once. Not even any of my lost runs. Which sucks, immeasurably so. It's a really, really good relic. Like, sure, I didn't find enhanced short fuse here, so how much does it really matter? But like, still, man, still. Let's aim like that. Oh, I missed the refresh that I was aiming for. Shame. Yeah, don't know. I feel like I did pretty well here, but... Boom. Intangibles back online, by the way. Yeah, wow. My bombs do so much damage as well, which is kind of hilarious. I will be shooting this here, just because I want to. It's probably also not too bad for me to shoot it, but man, I want this black hole peg popped as well. I just need my shock absorber scaled up. The reason why I shot it is because I just need something to happen, and currently stuff is not happening. which is not good. I need stuff to happen. If that's not happening, I'm just dead. Alright, that's not how it works. I can't just aim at the middle peg again. That does get the crit, but I'm playing, I'm shooting the bully ball there, so it doesn't matter. Hold on. 99k intangible, so he could just lose 99k here. In fact, not just he could lose, I think that's basically the only option. Okay, it is actually possible for you to go on the 0.5 times slot. I mean, good hits, like good hits. My shock absorber now should be decent damage as well. Was hoping for more. Let's try and get in there, hit that refresh. Not quite, but the intangible's still down. I keep having to shoot my bad orbs. I really don't appreciate this. Yes, I did for a bit there consider my bob orb to also be a bad orb. I've changed my mind on that now. I'm very happy to shoot my bob orb. I just need as much as I can get. But I'm afraid that's still just not enough. Yeah, like I feel like this is actually a pretty impressive build. We've got a lot going for us. And I probably just... dead, yep. So I thought I probably just died there. We actually had some really awesome stuff going for us. Plus 20 max HP wouldn't have even done anything. Especially since Masquerade did so much for us there. What was the play? I don't know, I feel like I played correctly for my boss passives, I played correctly for my build. It's just like, as I thought, Balladin into Area 4 is just way more painful than you'd like it to be. We got refresh combo with the heal, which was sick. We didn't hit refresher course, which sucks. Okay, so like refresher course, short fuse, what's the other one? Enhanced debt. We also didn't hit like navigation inflation early or reduce, refuse, recycle, which like we had bob orbs, so both of them would have been great. We also took forever to hit the refloss for stun. Man, I don't know. Balladin feels very rough into Greasy 20. Like really rough. Really, really rough. I had a lot of good stuff this run. Like this is just a really, really good Balladin deck. It would be so insane into anything else. I absolutely bruised through all of the other Area 4 fights. Like wasn't even close, especially if I shot my bubble for the elite fight, it would have been so much faster. I got really lucky. I think Balladin Chrissy 20 is going to be a long and arduous journey. And not hitting any multiple boss passives is really unfortunate. I was kind of trying to build for it. Man. It's like if I had Recom Enhanced Short Fuse, I also think this is just a win. Simply. Actually, I don't think this is just a win. I know it is, right? Yeah, because we have Enhanced Cookie with infinite refreshes on the board. So we full heal every turn, and then we have a full health to work with when we're popping the bombs. And by the way, the bombs only deal 2 damage max, which we are then massively shielding, so seems fine. Yeah, I really am trying to play for this Recom short enhanced game plan. Like I was just playing for it in every single area immediately with the bubble game plan. I think the bubble game plan was good. It was better than anything else we were going to try, right? Like what else could we have tried which would have done well? We just didn't hit the common relics that we wanted. Like even just a refresher course would have been great. But enhanced short fuse more so. We didn't hit recom, which again I just can't find recombobulator for the life of me. Which I mean, yeah, I feel like I've seen pretty much every single rare relic, maybe multiple times, especially ones that are shared between classes, which recom obviously is. But yeah, I do think that Spimenta and Round Rule in particular are going to be really good into Area 4. Peglin is a class that relies on luck, and I got really unlucky in one of my recent videos, 2 videos ago actually. So maybe they're just not actually as good as I thought because getting unlucky is just more likely. That's not what I've experienced with Peglin before the Area 4 patch, but maybe things have changed. Peglin used to just be able to get lucky. It seems that Spimenta stole that luck. I had a lot of good Balladin runs here. I think the new Circe is just ridiculous. It's so good. It's man, I just had a lot of good stuff. I played well through Area 2 and Area 3. I got good curses, very good curses. The pain what's his name? The pain slime dying immediately is actually hilarious. Painbow even. I got very cool rare relics. Not the ones that I was looking for, but very cool ones. I even had the reload stuff just to keep myself alive a little bit longer. The refreshers got so split up over this map, which is unfortunate. I would have loved to get Shuffle Pot with Shuffle Orb. That just gives you infinite healing here. That would have been sick. Even though it does dupe the crits, it's still just worth it. But unfortunately, I got the Refreshing Punch and the Shuffle Pot on the same one, I think it was. Or it was just, maybe that was a previous run. But yeah, no, I think I did pretty well here. My deck was pretty good. Oh, look at that double horrible. Just brutal. Not having ambidextrony sucks here as well. Ambidextrony, another like, a lot of common relics that I really just would have loved to hit. I went to more stores than normal as well. And considering the fact that on my first Peglin run, I actually cycled through the stores and started re-seeing the common relics that I hadn't chosen at that point. Kind of crazy that I'm missing like a lot of the impactful ones, especially on Balladin's slimmer pool. Although I guess Peglin having more chest options actually makes their pool probably smaller, doesn't it? Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. My healing was up to scratch. Like everything was up to scratch. The only thing that wasn't up to scratch was my multi-ball, and my bomb capabilities weren't quite as up to scratch. But like they were still dealing tons of damage, which every single enemy was getting melted by. One-shotting that enemy in Area 3 was hilarious. That boss, I was not expecting that. That was awesome. But yeah, this was an explosive build, a really good Balladin build. But I really just think Balladin's going to struggle into this boss a lot. Every single other fight in this run was honestly like easy. Some got close for sure. Some I was actually pretty scared about. I tossed a lot of rigged bombs. But like, man, the fact that I'm just do so well for the entire run and then just so badly into this boss, that is one of the things that I think is a big problem with this boss. I think it is very unfairly weighted towards Balladin. That is my initial guess. Whether or not that will be true, we will see. But I feel like Balladin is just going to struggle a lot into this boss, which is unfortunate because I do like Balladin a lot. But if Balladin is just as bad into this boss as I'm expecting, then I might just be playing slightly less of it, which is unfortunate. Like, look at the health bar. Like, we barely even drained him. This wouldn't have even killed the non-Crucied 20 variant, which is, leaves a lot to be desired.